Hello friends, today we are going to see one of the best application and at the same time it is most ignored application in Mac operating system. The application name is called Preview. You can see here. So basically Preview is meant to open any images. Similarly, you can open any of the PDF files. If you are using Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is a third-party application, so I recommend instead of using Adobe Acrobat Reader, start using Preview application. You can find out lots of new features. Okay, now let me show you one good example how you can utilize it properly. So I'm double clicking and opening one of the video which is a MacBook Pro ad. So at some particular point, okay, let us say I wanted to capture this particular frame. I wanted to make it as a image. So simply you can go into edit, copy. Normally in a movie, if you say copy, it doesn't make any sense. But okay, now let me open Preview. Okay, and in the Preview, go to File, New from Clipboard. You can see that image actually captured, and you can save it as Command S and whatever format you want, like HEIC, JPEG, JPEG 2000, or whatever the formats are available here. You can just save it. So maybe a time being I'll just save it as an image in a PNG format. If you wanted to save this one instead of PNG format, you can save this one, export as JPEG also. That means export, and you can see instead of PNG you can convert it as a JPEG. So that means Preview application can be used as a conversion purpose also. That means if you want to have a lot of PNG files which you want to convert them as JPGs, or JPG to PNG, or vice versa, any of the formats. Okay, so that's one good feature. The next one, so let me double click and open Preview. Here, since this is an image, I'll show you the difference between two files. Okay, I'll click on markup toolbar. Here you see one good facility for color correction of that image. Whereas if you double click and open a PDF document and again use the markup toolbar, that facility won't be there. Okay, let us see what are the differences between if you open an image and if you open a PDF file. Okay, I'll go into adjust color, and then you can see, so you can change the exposure and you can change the contrast levels, and you can even change the highlights, shadows, etc, etc, or just click on auto levels or maybe reset all. By the way, this is not a replacement for your Photoshop or anything. Some minimum corrections you can do it here. Okay, now if you are using a PDF file, so you'll see some more options, like you can see about a signature and etc. And similarly, this is actually a fillable form. I mean, you need to fill for registration purpose. So you can just come down here and then just enter your details. Okay, something like this, and maybe gender and home address. Like, see, you can see this is like a fillable form, but sometimes the registration forms are a PDF files, you may not get it as a fillable forms. Let's see how to use that one. Okay, so for example, I have, yeah, from something from Amazon. Okay, so if I want to add text at a particular area, so again use the toolbar, go and add text here. So just type whatever text you want to add here. Okay, now if you don't like this, since I have clicked, links are also clickable. Okay, now if I drag this thing somewhere else, and if I want to change the color of the text, you can click on this option, change the color as you wish. Okay, maybe black, and change the font. Whatever fonts are available in your Mac operating system, all are applicable here, and you can change even font size, etc, etc. Okay, now Similarly, let me do one more changes. I will close this document now, and then let me open 10.15 Mac support keyboard essentials. How many pages it is? You can see that, it's like 7 pages document. You can see some options here. So this is basically for highlighting. So I'll select a particular area and I want to highlight this with a pink color, and at some other point I want to highlight with a yellow color, and at one point maybe you can say that something is wrong in this area, so you can select, and you have another option, strike through. So see that it's like crossing. Select one more area and say you can underline. So all these facilities are possible. So basically, okay, let me go to another page. So I'll go here. I want to add something else here. Okay, let me go into these kind of facilities. Let me go add a circle, and you want to have a circle with fill or without fill, you can decide on that one. So this is without border. Okay, let me change the border first here. Border color, maybe red, something like that. If you want to highlight a particular area, you can use something like this. And then let us say there is an important point. You wanted to highlight that one and just leave it. So you can see the small yellow color mark. Okay, now for each and every page, wherever whatever you wanted, you can add so many things like this. Okay, so draw a line and automatically get converted as a circle, and in the second page somewhere you wanted to add okay, let me select this one. Okay, so seems like it could not understand what exactly I want to draw, so it left it as it is. Okay, now if I make this one in a full screen mode, okay, in full screen mode, and if you want to zoom in as per your requirement, you can, I'm using command plus something, and here if I use a tilde key below the escape key on your keyboard, so once you use that one, you will get additional facilities. Let me show you that. Tilde key is actually meant for, if it is a PDF file with text, you will get this rectangular tool which shows more zooming facilities. Okay, escape to come out of the full screen. So instead of a PDF file, let me open an image now. So double click, open this image. I'll make this one in a full screen mode. Use the same tilde key, and this time you will get a circular tool instead of a rectangular tool for a PDF file, but this, remember, the shortcut is same. So if it is an image, you will get a circular tool, and if it is a PDF file with text, you will get a rectangular tool, which allows you to zoom more so that you can see the content clearly. Okay, next one, I'll open keyboard shortcuts. This time I'll make this as a half of the screen. How do I do this one? Remember my previous videos, hold and tile window to the left of the screen. Leave it like that. And then I'll open another PDF file. So this time I'll use this one. One is on the left hand side and other one is on the right hand side. Okay, now if I wanted to zoom this little bit, you can use command plus also. Okay, depends on the selection. So now let me show you something special. So here I want to see the thumbnails. How do I do this one? Click here, always show sidebar and thumbnails. Here, once you have a thumbnails with you like this, if you want to edit, see, normally in Windows, if you open a PDF file with Adobe Acrobat Reader or something, you can only read, but you can't edit the pages. So let me show you here. I want to add this space somewhere here. Just drag it. And I want to add from the left hand side PDF to the right hand side PDF, you can just drag it like this. So all these things are without using any additional tools, with a built-in tool called preview application. So this is how I can use preview. If you remember, I have done versions video previously. You can see the link below this video in description how to see versions, but let me show you that facility here also. File, revert to browse all versions. All the changes are actually stored here itself. You can see here. Yeah, so if you want to go back, just simply click here and then go to the previous one, and previous one, you can see that including time and date are the details. So I made this document on 25th June 2020 at 4:35 p.m. If you want to restore this exactly the same way, just click on restore the same how it was, so without all the modifications. Okay, so this is how you can use preview application. Now let me show you one more special tool. So lot of people actually wanted to sign the document. For example, I want to add my signature here. So I don't know how do you do signature, but let me show you the simplest way here. So you just simply go into your tool palette again. In the tool palette, you have a facility here. So create signature. If you want to create a signature, you can use camera or you can use the trackpad. But if your iPhone is connected, so at that point, you can see even iPhone facility there. I'll show you in a different video because I need to use a camera to shoot that one. Just simply go here, add the signature, and if you want to make it little bigger, you can do that one. And in fact, if you want to change the color of the signature, also can be done. Whatever color you want, you can decide on that one. Okay, this is how you can add your signature. And if you want to add the stamp, so if you are working for an organization, if you want to add the stamp, you can do it like this. Just simply just select and then drag and drop into this one. So this is how you can add a signature or you can add a stamp to your PDF files. So it's much easier than using print the document, sign the document, and then scan it again and then make it as a PDF or JPG, which is unnecessarily waste of time and waste of energy. Instead of that one, use the digital signature, which is part of your preview application so easily. Okay, if you like this video and if you want more features related to Mac operating system like this, please subscribe, share and comment. Thank you.